Good morning, everyone, and welcome to our third webinar in our Microsoft series of webinars today. We'll be focusing on the business applications, which is basically Microsoft Dynamics ecosystem in that Microsoft portfolio. And specifically today, we're going to be looking at sales and customer service. We will be exploring how we can automate many of the activities your sellers and customer services people do on a daily basis, utilizing Copilot in the main, and some of the other capabilities, of course. So before we begin, thank you for taking the time to attend our webinar. We've put these series together. We were aiming to provide thought leadership and insights into the latest capabilities within the Microsoft ecosystem. So we hope that you find this useful and can take something back to your organization. I'm Mark Alford. I'm the Cloud Solutions Director for ARO. I've been doing this role for the past 4 years, and prior to this, I've held many technical, operational, and sales roles within the business, and I've worked with many of you on the call today, as well as many others, developing and leading digital transformation programs and IT strategies to assist organizations in streamlining their IT solutions, but also delivering real business benefits back to the organization. I've been focusing on Microsoft solutions primarily of late, and I've had the pleasure of attending many Microsoft events to keep abreast of the latest developments across the globe and imparting that knowledge back onto the people that I work with. So what we're going to be covering off today is an introduction into business application side of things and how that can impact your organization, but also look at the AI-enabled services, specifically through Copilot for the sales and customer services functions, and how those can integrate not just with Dynamics, but also with any CRM that you have outside of the Microsoft ecosystem, because we fully appreciate that some organizations aren't ready to take that full step at this moment in time, but you need the integration with other services. Just going to give you a brief intro on ARO. We're one of the leading UK technology companies specializing in collaboration, cloud and IT, data center and sustainability, with over 450 employees across the UK. We've got partnerships and accreditations across the IT partners that we work with, and specifically within the Microsoft ecosystem, we hold 5 of the 6 solution designations that are on offer, which puts us in a really good position to be able to talk to you about the solutions that Microsoft have. We not only specialize in Microsoft, but we do cover off all other areas of IT as well, from delivering hybrid cloud infrastructure for those not ready or able to migrate completely to the cloud, to complex networking solutions ranging from higher educational establishments through to 10-user organizations, scaling security throughout those deployments, all the way to cybersecurity and managed IT support. Now, if we focus on Dynamics for a second, the Dynamics and Power Platform, we also have a very wide range of capabilities spanning the vast majority of areas you see here within that Dynamics 365 portfolio, which puts us in an excellent position to be able to guide you on your D365 journey, whether you're in the market for a new solution or have already implemented Dynamics 365, is something that we can help you with. Now, onto the crux of the content for today. So we're going to move on to review the capabilities of some of the new features within Dynamics 365, particularly surrounding Copilot, a topic that everyone is talking about in the industry at the minute. We're going to dive into discussing the sales capabilities as well as the customer services side, with a brief demo of each one of these to bring those to life, and then end up with a Q&A at the end, obviously time permitting. So let's start with an overview of the business applications in Microsoft. Dynamics can be the glue between your line of business applications, data and services consumed within Microsoft ecosystem. It can provide capabilities in all areas of your business. It used to be the monster that everyone hated looking at and considering. And this typically put people off from considering Dynamics, given the complexities required to understand the implementation, management, and support of such a system. But that's all changed. Dynamics has broken up into many different areas now, addressing specific requirements by organizations. So this enables organizations to take a more off-the-shelf type approach for the software itself, enabling you to customize the software as you see fit to meet your specific business requirements, which addresses that monolithic approach that people used to see Dynamics being into more bite-sized chunks addressing those specific areas. And today, as I've mentioned, we're going to be going in to look at a little bit more detail around sales and the customer services modules. Something we wanted to impart as well in terms of how to successfully implement Dynamics. There is a success by design framework that Microsoft have developed, and this is something we utilize in a lot of our deployments as well. But this allows you to achieve a successful outcome with every engagement you look at with Dynamics. Whether you're at the start of the journey, selecting the right product or already have it in operation, we suggest this is something that you should adopt in your organization to ensure successful implementation and operation of D365. I will be sending out slides on this afterwards, so you can obviously take content from this deck. So here's some of the statistics as to why Microsoft could be the right solution for you. So 97% of customers are in the Fortune 500, which is 9 out of the 10 leading telcos and 7 of the 10 largest investment banks all use Dynamics 365. They support over 500,000 customers utilizing business application products as well in that Dynamics ecosystem. And to date, 40,000 and more customers have used Copilot capabilities in Dynamics 365 and Power Platform. So those are quite compelling stats to look at already through the utilization advancements of AI services. And when we look at Microsoft and the solutions that they provide in this ecosystem, they're uniquely positioned because they are the only true connected, only true connected solution to bring organizations that end-to-end support that they need. So they have a full suite of technology to support your entire business, from customer experience, service, supply chain, finance, your integrated solution vendor solutions, your low-code innovations, insights and analytics, productivity and collaboration, and Azure. So there's an awful lot of services that they have in that ecosystem. And the way that we help customers unlock the full potential of their customer data across marketing, sales, and service, helping them elevate customer experiences at every touch point. So Dynamics 365 helps to deepen customer relationships and build long-term customer loyalty by enabling seamless and personalized customer experiences, as well as empowering productivity and collaboration for sales, marketing, the service teams. Their customer experience solutions offer generative AI capabilities across the customer journey, built on Microsoft's comprehensive approach to security, compliance, privacy, and responsible AI. So the solutions are built on powerful unified Microsoft data platforms that enables connected data, actionable real-time insights, and customer engagement in the flow of work, which ultimately delivers connected, contextualized customer journeys across marketing, sales, and service interactions. Organizations can also build and extend their business applications with low-code Power Platform extensibility to customize their needs even further. So these solutions help marketeers acquire more customers, help sellers close more deals, and agents resolve issues more effectively. All this increasing the productivity and quality of customer service and experience, increasing customer retention, lifetime value of customers, and really creating fans of your organization. So that's a very high level of kind of the capabilities that Dynamics 365 ecosystem and the opportunities there are within there. Now we're going to dive into the first look at the two solutions we're looking at today, which is the Dynamics 365 sales. So most organizations have sales teams. Those sales teams are crucial in a lot of the organizations to support the growth and sustainability of that organization. So it's crucial that we provide the sales teams, as well as other teams, of course, but we're focusing specifically on sales for this, with the right tooling. So Dynamics 365 Sales aims to deliver this along with the introduction of Copilot through reducing the manual activities and input required and streamlining their daily activities to enable them to sell more. With the explosion of information and digital selling, the last 7 years have had a profound impact on work for sellers. And our customers are demanding more personalization, and customers of yours, of course, that personalized interaction with their sellers even more. As a result, sellers experience increased responsibilities and expectations to work, including greater expected success in sales, account interactions, more tools that are needed to complete the jobs, and more numbers of customer accounts to support on a day-to-day basis. And in a Microsoft conducted study, they found that 79% of sellers say the expectation of success has increased on the last year. Likewise, 79% of sellers also say that they support more customers and accounts now than they did 1 year ago. And according to a research done by Fortrum in 2022, sales professionals only spend 1/3 of their time actually selling, which is quite a compelling stat when you think about it. They spend around 70% of their time on administrative and other non-selling duties. These can be tasks from researching prospects, organizing data in their CRM, manually updating sales data across different platforms, and figuring out how to prioritize leads and opportunities. So the lack of focus time negatively impacts sellers' ability to enjoy their work, manage time, develop sales strategies. So we need a solution that frees sellers up from these mundane tasks so they can focus on what they excel at, engaging with buyers to understand their needs and motivations, strengthening their customer relationships, and closing the deal. This is where we see a huge opportunity for AI as a sales assistant and productivity booster. And AI is poised to reimagine the sales experience for the better by helping our sellers cut the drudgery of mundane tasks by automating and simplifying email management, taking meeting notes and entering data so sellers can focus on building relationships. It can also surface the right information at the right time in the flow of work so sellers can answer customer questions immediately and build credibility with their customers. AI can keeps the momentum rolling so sellers can crush the sale with AI-powered recommendations and reminders when deals are going cold, deadlines are upcoming, and the accounts and any account updates occur. And lastly, AI helps sellers continuously improve, providing real-time analysis on customer interactions and coaching insights so sellers know what works and what doesn't. Leading consulting companies have looked into the potential impacts of AI specifically to the sales role and found significant results. Bain & Company estimated that 29% of labour time for sales roles can be automated with generative AI. That's a huge time saving right out of the gate, with generative AI adoption reducing those mundane tasks I talked about earlier. Similarly, a McKinsey study found that implementing generative AI increases sales productivity by approximately 3 to 5% of current global sales expenditure. And whilst it's true that save time only helps if it's used productively, a survey conducted by Microsoft surveyed 700 sellers across various organizations and found that 99% of sellers surveyed said that if AI saved them an hour, they would invest that time on work tasks. And maybe even more important than the impacts on sales efficiency and productivity are the long-term impacts on organizations' bottom line. McKinsey found that organizations can see over a 50% increase in lead to sale conversion, cross-selling, and upselling rates with the adoption of generative AI. So we know how important it is for you to equip your employees and sales teams with the tools and skills for success. The solution was clearly AI, and Microsoft have been focusing their efforts on creating a solution tailored specifically for sellers' needs. So how does this work? If we take a step back and understand Microsoft's AI ecosystem, we start with Microsoft's Copilot at the base. And Copilot is your everyday AI companion that brings chat interfaces and large language models together with information from the internet so you can ask questions in natural language to help navigate tasks. And that led to the creation of Copilot for Microsoft 365. So Copilot for Microsoft 365 is your AI companion for work, bringing your work data from Microsoft Graph into the cutting-edge large language models of Microsoft Copilot. That means pulling from your documents, emails, calendar, chat, meetings, contacts, and other business data, all with the enterprise-grade data protection and security that we trust with Microsoft, and customization capabilities, personalized Copilot experiences for your own organization with Microsoft Copilot Studio. We then move on to Copilot for Sales, and that builds on large language models and next-gen AI from Copilot for 365, which enhances it with connectivity to your CRM platforms like Dynamics or Salesforce, to bring sales-specific insights and recommendations to apps like Outlook, Teams, Word, and other Office applications. So let's dive into Microsoft Copilot for Sales a little bit more. Copilot for Sales is an AI assistant designed for sales teams to maximize productivity and close more deals. It brings those sales insights, recommendations, and next generation AI into the tools that sellers use daily, like Microsoft Outlook, Teams, and Word. So that cuts down on the tedious tasks for sellers, like switching between their collaboration and productivity apps and their CRM system to update the right information and search manually for the right information to answer a question or create a document. So together, sellers can harness the benefits of generative AI across all workflows and productivity surfaces seamlessly. Copilot for Sales costs £41.41 per user per month, and that's inclusive of the Copilot for Microsoft 365 subscription. Customers who already have Copilot for Microsoft 365 will be able to purchase Copilot for Sales as a step-up license. So let's dive into more of a demonstration scenario now where we can see this in action. So what we have here is our user, David Mallory. He's a sales representative at Contoso Coffee. He manages a large pipeline of customers, so he uses Copilot to increase productivity and personalize every customer interaction. So Copilot leverages next-generation AI to help David monitor his sales pipeline, prepare for meetings, author emails, and provide meeting summaries. It also updates customer records in the flow of work, whether he is in Dynamics or Microsoft 365, such as Teams or Outlook. In Microsoft Dynamics 365 Sales, David has a few opportunities, as you can see here, with upcoming deadlines. And he's kind of open up the Alex Baker opportunity. David gets a head start with this opportunity by using Copilot. And what we can see with Copilot is the button up in the top right-hand corner. So he's greeted by Copilot as a first run experience. So it's asking him to say hello. So we go through the interaction button here. It also gives us a little bit of an explanation. And then we're into the actual interactive Copilot when we click Try Copilot. So David's now using Copilot to view a summary of the opportunity to catch up on past activities. The opportunity summary includes customer details, interest, past discussion points, the deal stage, and past relationship activity. So David uses Copilot to quickly get the latest news and events by the company. So we can click that Show Latest News at the bottom. Now that David is caught up on the opportunity, he's ready to engage further. So David sets up a meeting with Alex now that he's reviewed this from Contoso Coffee. David can leverage Copilot to help him prepare for that meeting as well. So we click in the chat bar. And we can type prepare for meeting in here. So it's got some Copilot suggestions in here. So we click prepare for meeting. And Copilot provides meeting preparation notes, including a summary of the past meetings and action items that were agreed. Fully caught up, David now can lead that meeting confidently. And a few days later, David receives an email from Alex Baker at Catoso Coffee asking for more information about Cafe A, automatic, and David has mentioned earlier in their meeting. So within this particular section now, David wants to reply to that meeting and that email. So we click on reply. And then David's going to utilize Copilot to help him draft an email reply. If the demo gods would be nice to me. Come on, demo. Here we go. So we can now utilize Copilot to draft that reply. So we click reply, as we've just done, and we're then going to suggest an email reply has the right information, but we want to kind of keep the reply short. So what we're going to do within Copilot is use Copilot now, which is above the send icon here. So we're using Copilot, and Copilot for Sales has already summarized the email from Alex with information which David can use to reply. David chooses the reply to an inquiry option from the Copilot for Sales flyout window. So we're going to click Reply to Inquiry. And the suggested email reply has the right information, but David wants to keep that email short. The Copilot for Sales can also help him adjust that email to further personalize it to Alex's needs. So we click in the content area here, and we ask it to shorten the length of the email. And then we want to say yes. So that's now going to reduce the content that we had from previous one. And that's great, it's reduced it down. But now I actually want to make it a little bit more friendly. So I'm going to ask it to make it a little bit more friendly for me now, because I don't think that's what I want. So we're going to ask it to make it a little bit more friendly. And we're going to click the arrow button. And that's reworded the information in there now. So what we're now going to do, so David wants to copy that into the email. So we click copy the email, and that's put that into the workflow now within Outlook, within his current work item. So we're now going to send that email. What David can do within the same tool set is update the customer record in Dynamics right from Outlook. So if we want to add Alex's details into that, we can click Add Contact. So David then fills out Alex Baker's contact information. Outlook connects seamlessly to Dynamics 365 Sales, matching that email contact to the corresponding contact in Dynamics. And then David wants to discuss details of his next meeting with that customer then. So you can see all the information on the right-hand side. So we want to click Highlights. And again, this has now summarized that information that is all contained within Dynamics and the corresponding data in Outlook in a nice little summary. So what David wants to do now is use Copilot for Sales to connect with Microsoft Teams to make collaborating on a particular deal easier than ever. So David uses Copilot for Sales to create a collaboration space in his Teams channel using the deal room template. So if we hover over the opportunity name, we'll reveal the context menu to set up a deal room as it shows here. So we're now going to set up that deal room. So David chooses to set that up. We can then choose to use an existing team to conduct that, and we're going to create trade research. And we're going to click Next. And then these are the variables that you can select, but for the purpose of this demo, I'm just going to keep that on standard and set that team up. And that will then check the connections. We can open that in Teams directly. And what that will do then is create the specific deal rooms, so it allows you to collaboratively work with your teammates and your colleagues on what needs to happen in order to get this all won. What this allows us to do is to bring all of the information into a centralized location. The data that syncs means that David spends less time switching between the collaboration apps and his CRM to duplicate information, and can ensure that he and his colleagues are always up to date on that latest deal information. So with the help of Copilot for Dynamics 365 Sales and Microsoft 365, hopefully you've seen that David is freed up from some of the mundane tasks you would typically have to do and focuses attention on closing the deal. And this is a very, very high level demonstration of these capabilities for the purpose of this webinar, but we can go into a lot more detail if absolutely necessary. So switching back to the information here in the presentation, Microsoft Copilot for Sales is the AI assistant for sellers, but in reality, it improves processes across the whole sales organization, including for sales managers and sales operational leads. So if we look at a few of the different roles that we have in this scenario where Copilot for Sales can impact each one. For sales reps, Copilot for Sales helps them maximize productivity by providing AI capabilities that streamline processes and app switching. Copilot for Sales also helps sales reps improve and personalize customer engagements. It provides AI-generated insights and recommendations for them to improve customer experiences. And sales managers benefit from Copilot for Sales with AI-powered manager insights and collaboration tools that enhance their team's performance and help them share better practices. And lastly, Copilot for Sales has many options for sales operational leaders to customize the solutions for their particular organizational needs. So hopefully you can see the impact of Copilot for Sales goes beyond just one person or role and has a long-term improvement for the entire sales organization. So we're going to switch tracks a little bit now and focus on customer service. So the opposite side of the spectrum, if you will, from sales to customer service. So customer service, like sales, has many different components to it. And when we combine the information that Dynamics can surface, it could be a very powerful asset to all your customer services people. Whether it's through providing insight, drafting email responses, or automating responses with Copilot, this could be a real game changer for you. So if we take a look at the customer experience and what they typically go through in an end-to-end journey, if we look at the left-hand side, so she typically interacts with a marketing campaign with personalized content that's targeted towards her interests or needs. She's then connected with a seller who helps her navigate and find the right products and solutions. And lastly, she receives a seamless and connected support from the service teams that is fast in context, resolving any issues she had post-purchase. So it's Microsoft's mission to deliver a connected experience from marketing, sales to service for a smooth and seamless journey. Now, if we take a closer look into the service part of that customer journey, again, on the left-hand side, she first starts with a self-serving to get quick answers to her questions through community polls, knowledge-based articles, or conversational IVR or chatbots. For more complex issues that need more expertise, they get routed to the best suited agent through intelligent AI-based routing. So your agents have a full 360-degree view of the customer profile, context, sentiment analysis, and history, along with the AI assistant tools. Collaboration agents can provide a personalizing contextual support to resolve her issues. As a very last step, if she needs further assistance that requires on-site support, a work order is generated from a case, and resource scheduling optimization assigns the best skilled and closest frontline worker. They're empowered with AI assistant tools such as mobile app, remote assist, and guides to fix the customer issues the first time. Work orders can also be triggered through IoT alerts, and customers can schedule appointments through self-service as well. And today we're going to look at customer service as part of this journey. So I'm sure you're all interested in metrics, but these numbers really demonstrate the business impact Copilot for customer service has on organizations that have adopted it. And within this, one of the key metrics for me, on a personal note, is that the one that shows 83% of customers agree that great service will turn them from one-time into lifetime shoppers. Now, again, for me on a personal note, that resonates massively because brand loyalty or business loyalty in organizations is massive. So having a bad experience will quite quickly deter me from utilizing their services. But today, customer service is not built to satisfy the customer. That's the real world situation we're in at the minute. And there's a lot of obviously arguments to and for that statement that I've just made, I'm sure. But the way that this actively affects us at the minute is that disconnected experiences and inability to get support on customers' terms are leading to decreased engagement and brand loyalty. Manual tools and systems are leading to reduced productivity, low fix rates and long case resolution times, and limited insights and reactive decision making and multiple vendor system complexities are leading to high operational costs. And I'm sure most of you on the call today will have disparate systems that you need to access in order to gain that kind of information that you need to service your customers effectively. So for the last 40 years, service delivery methods has been pretty much the same. Support agents logging in, looking at cases, looking at history, trying to get information they need to help a customer with a similar method of resolving issues and user experiences as support agents. And today we're at the start of a new era of AI that brought us one step closer, bridging the gap between humans and AI. The next generation of business applications and experience are about to change for everyone that support customers from sales, marketing, customer service, supply chain, and more, that will fundamentally change from technology and users' perspectives in the way the service will be delivered to the end user. And AI will drive new levels of productivity and efficiency, especially in the customer service space. With generative AI, Microsoft launched Copilot, which is the ultimate assistant and real-time collaborator that empowers your people to be more effective, collaborative, and innovative. And AI is a real-time collaborator in the flow of work that can provide suggestions for copy and content ideas, a head start for marketing campaigns, email replies, and more. It can enable anyone to automate the manual tasks that take up time during the day, freeing time to focus on what's important and in some cases reduce errors. But it can also get real-time insights and access to everything you need to resolve issues. So there's two parts of Copilot for Dynamics 365 customer service. So we'll first of all look at Copilot for Dynamics 365 customer service in the sense that Microsoft's mission behind Copilot in Dynamics 365 customer service is to make every agent into a super agent with their 24/7 assistant by their side in their day-to-day flow of work, which enables them to resolve issues faster with a conversation expert at your fingertips, reduce time spent on ramp-ups, handoffs, and wrap-ups with conversation summaries, understand Copilot impact and discover agent productivity improvements. And these Copilot features can be enabled independently, and we recommend first starting with summarization. The first set of Copilot capabilities is summarization. And many agents today spend a tremendous amount of time reviewing case notes. With conversation summaries, agents don't need to scroll through long-running conversations or ask a customer the same question twice. You can accelerate handoffs and wrap-ups for agents, especially helpful for new agents to pick up existing cases as well. For long-running cases, we've heard it can take anywhere from 30 minutes to an hour, and we're aiming to shave that off to a few minutes so agents can get up to speed on a case that includes all notes, emails, detail from previous interactions. Summarization is a quick win that yields immediate business results. And Copilot features can be enabled independently, and we recommend first starting with that. The first set of Copilot capabilities is using your organization's support knowledge to deliver responses. So we can also then deliver single-click chat answers. When a customer reaches out with questions and issues, rather than searching through knowledge bases, wikis, or other content sources, agents can simply ask a question and follow up questions to get specific relevant answers. This can save much time for your agents, where they spent it searching and breaking down info with just a single click. Important thing to note is that the agent can always review, personalize that info before sending it to the customer. Copilot can do the same with emails and draft hyper-customized and relevant emails. Hundreds of thousands of agents today are actively using email in Dynamics, and still a large part of the way agents are communicating with customers. Agents can use predefined prompts or write up custom prompts for more complex cases, which they then review, modify, and this allows them to spend more time reviewing and working with the customer rather than manually typing individual responses. The last capability is understanding how Copilot is being used and benefiting your business. By leveraging the interaction data through Copilot, we can provide out-of-the-box reports, making it easier to understand how Copilot is being used and understand impact on support metrics like handle times, case resolution times, throughout and more. So if we look at how AI is impacting everyone, customers want everything to be personalized for their unique experience, and they want to get support on their terms on their preferred channel, and they want an answer quickly. We have seen a dramatic shift in the number of employees working from home, and it has made it more difficult for workers to collaborate and get the proper visibility of information to understand the customer context to resolve their issues. For service managers and supervisors, it's only getting hard to manage the rising customer case volumes, complexity of cases, but at the same time, struggles to properly train and coach agents without the proper visibility of metrics to perform. And at an organizational level, the service leaders are asked to do more with less as their budgets are getting cut, so that they need the right solutions and tools that will drive efficiency and cost saving by satisfying the disgruntled customers as well as frustrated agents. We hear the challenges they're facing on all fronts, and many businesses out there are looking for a partner for service and technology perspectives to get them to the other side and respond to all those changes and rising expectations. And that's where Microsoft and ourselves are delivering personalized service and connection through their preferred channel and engagements, whereby we assist organizations to make agents work more effortlessly with increased productivity and collaboration, so they can give more empathetic and proactive service to their customers. Supervisors and service managers need proactive visibility and maximizing their service teams, and service leaders need to automate and augment to run their business fast and lean. These are just some of the top capabilities that you need to deliver, the value for each persona. You can see how AI is being utilized in so many of these capabilities. So when we look at customers, it allows customers to connect through omni-channel engagement, whether it's voice, web, SMS, social, Apple Business Messaging for that rich messaging experience, enabling self-service and help customers themselves provide 24/7 anywhere, anytime service with consistent quality, with low code, no code power virtual agents. You can quickly build bots, automate routine conversations, and have the full context to be transferred when it needs to be escalated to the agents. And with intelligent unified routing, customers can connect with the best suited agent every time, which will drive the first time resolution and address the customer's frustration first time around. From an agent's perspective, within Copilot for Dynamics 365 Customer Service, a suite of new generative AI capabilities that can expedite resolving customer issues, helping to increase satisfaction scores. Copilot becomes the agent's 24/7 AI-powered assistant to help them find resources that will help resolve issues more quickly, handle cases more efficiently, and automate time-consuming tasks so agents can focus on delivering high-quality services to their customers. Assistant agents with smart recommendations with AI-suggested knowledge-based articles and similar resolved cases and intuitive AI-suggested replies for agents so they can easily help customers is also a key activity. For supervisors, with comprehensive visibility into trends, issues, and emerging topics, all channel and conversational analytics, you can better coach your agents and get alerted to interfere live with customer agent conversations as needed when your agents can use your support. You can also predict, plan for your services fluctuating needs and plan the right level of staffing. Detect seasonality from historical traffic information and forecast volumes on a daily, weekly, monthly basis by channel as well. And for service leaders, using user behavior and data can proactively engage with customers to drive upsell and cross-sell opportunities. Automation will help increase efficiency, save agents time, labor costs with reduced onboarding and training time, which enables us to provide a well-rounded experience when we look at Dynamics 365 customer service. These are some of the amazing metrics and impact we were able to bring to customers through Microsoft engagements. And this is all provided through the TEI study conducted by Microsoft and the real results from customer success stories. Now, we've just kind of covered off the Copilot experience in customer service. All of this is built and packaged within the Dynamics 365 customer service with the full Copilot experience that's embedded within the platform. However, the second part of what I referred to earlier, if you're not quite ready to replace your current CRM platform with D365 customer service, there is another option for you. The Microsoft Copilot for Service, which is the first Copilot, comes as part of the package when you purchase D365 customer service. And it's the core driving power behind all things generative AI. And you're able to get the full experience without additional cost. Copilot for Service is an alternative option you can consider if you want the generative AI experience within your existing CRM platforms, such as Salesforce, etc. And you can get a flavor of the Copilot experience within this standalone option. So, it allows us to improve the service experience by unleashing AI-powered conversations that enhance agent productivity with relevant key resources. It's designed to be available as a standalone solution that can be easily integrated into existing contact center and CRM solutions. So with Copilot for Service, you can infuse generative AI into your contact center. You can boost your agent productivity and their flow of work and customize for a solution tailored to your exact needs. So through connecting to existing contact center and CRM solutions, that's done without costly development time and or rip and replace efforts. Organizations can simply point to their data, such as public websites, SharePoint, knowledge-based articles, and offline files in a few minutes to unlock generative AI-powered conversations across all their data. Copilot for Service reduces time to production from months and weeks to days with out-of-the-box integrations for D365, Salesforce, ServiceNow, and Zendesk. So we're going to take a little bit of a demo now of what this solution looks like, because we've covered off Dynamics 365 for Sales to start with, and we're now going to jump into this Copilot for Service to understand what that looks like. So as we mentioned, Copilot for Service, powered by that generative AI service, delivers a transformational solution by seamlessly embedding itself directly into your familiar tools, as we've shown earlier, such as 365, Outlook and Teams. So in this particular scenario, we've got Ethan, who's a customer services agent at Fourth Coffee. He starts his day by catching up on his emails, and he notices an email from his customer, Joanna, who is looking to extend warranty on her coffee machine. Typically, upon receiving a customer email, Ethan is faced with the daunting task. Deciphering the context behind the email involves pouring through notes that were historically logged, related cases and documentation, and time-consuming, ineffective process. But Copilot for Service has transformed this tedious workflow. So Ethan immediately notices key information like customer detail, previous interactions, and other open cases are presented in the bullet points on the right-hand side, giving him the necessary context in seconds. So this newfound efficiency allows Ethan to swiftly grasp the situation and prepare a prompt and informed response. So Ethan also received the prompt at the same time, alerting to give Gina as a contact in Salesforce when Joanna's CC'd her on her email. So Copilot makes this easier, so we can click Add. With a single click, Ethan adds Gina to Salesforce, automatically linking her to the customer account. So no more app switching. He can even update Joanna's information if needed, ensuring customers' data stays accurate. And Copilot makes adding and managing contacts a breeze, saving Ethan valuable time and effort. I'm just going to save that. So we navigate back to the focus on the customer's issue. So we just go back. Ethan now turns his attention to the customer's warranty extension request. A task often fraught with hurdles. Locating relevant resources often requires considerable time, sifting through lengthy product-specific warranty documentation scattered across various systems and channels. This fragmented approach, a knowledge base, often leads to sluggish resolution times, leaving both customers and agents frustrated. So what we're going to do is draft an email. So whilst composing the customer's email, Ethan had the flexibility to either provide Copilot with a custom prompt or select from predefined options. Opting for immediate action, he chooses the readily available option most aligned with the customer's concern. So he's going to click Resolve the customer's problem. Copilot for Service allows Ethan to streamline that process by leveraging its generative AI capabilities. Copilot analyzes relevant CRM data, internal knowledge base assets, and historical case information. So this comprehensive analysis allows it to draft an email response tailored to the specific customer's warranty extension request, outlining the process, details clearly and concisely the information. Ethan can then review and personalize the draft before sending, ensuring an accurate and efficient response whilst minimizing his workload. So we're going to click Add to Email. So pleased with the Copilot generated draft, Ethan sends a prompt response to the customer, both exceeding standard resolution time expectations and contributing to higher CSAT scores. I'm just going to send that. A few days later, Joanna emails back to report that her steps for warranty extension worked, but she is concerned with an unusual sound in one of her coffee machines. Not knowing the cause of the issue and recognizing that customer satisfaction could be at risk, Ethan quickly asks Joanna if she is available for a Teams call later in the day, so we're going to reply once more. As Ethan waits for a response, he is able to schedule a meeting directly using Copilot for Services to send Joanna a meeting. So we can see on the right-hand side again, we've got schedule meeting. On the day of the meeting, Ethan will then get access to comprehensive case summary and full customer context, enabling him to enter the meeting fully prepared and ready to address. So during the Teams meeting, Ethan begins diagnosing Joanna's coffee machine issues. When the blinking power light and unusual sounds warranted further investigation, Ethan seamlessly turned to Copilot, readily available within Teams in real time, Copilot presented relevant troubleshooting resources, empowering Ethan to provide Joanna with precise and up-to-date support. So, leveraging this, leveraging its access to internal knowledge bases, historical repair cases, and customer interaction data, Copilot swiftly pinpointed the issue as a malfunctioning pressure release valve. It then provided a precise recommendation for its replacement, empowering Ethan to offer Joanna a definitive solution. Ethan explained the issue with Joanna's coffee machine, drawing on insights from Copilot to confidently assure her that the faulty pressure valve was covered under the warranty. By asking, is it covered under the warranty? So human interaction. Traditionally, ordering replacement parts involved Ethan switching tools and navigating complex systems, potentially delaying the resolution for Joanna. But today, empowered by Copilot, Ethan seamlessly completes the process within minutes, minimizing Joanna's wait time and delivering smooth, efficient transaction. And as you can see, this has gone off to another tool set in order to get that information and the relevant order confirmed. So Copilot liberates agents from the burden of post-call documentation instead of automatically copying that information into your tool set or manually copying that in. This not only reduces post-call wrap-up time, but also allows them to return to customers focused on ready to tackle any further concerns, enhancing overall customer satisfaction and ensuring that they're happy with that interaction. So Ethan accesses Copilot Outlook within his email again to send Joanna a follow-up email using a draft powered by Copilot, which we can click on there, and that will generate that information and send that off to Joanna. So given the fact that that allows us to very quickly and seamlessly ingest or integrate the services from Copilot for Service into your existing tool sets, it gives us another avenue to explore where the organization might not be ready to migrate their system directly into Dynamics 365 customer service. So beyond Dynamics 365 customer service, you can additionally expand and customize your service solutions with an open, flexible platform. Whether it's telephony, CCAI, contact center, or unified communication, you might want to build on top of the CRM capabilities you have at the minute, and you can use your solutions such as Teams, PVA, Nuance, or work with your existing solutions, as there are over 1,000 adapters that are able to be integrated into this within the ecosystem at the minute. So that gives you an overview of Copilot for Service, hopefully Copilot for Sales and Copilot for Customer Service as well. There's always the conversations around the licensing considerations for this, and we've tried to summarize this as best possible to give you a demonstration and understanding of the costs for each one. As part of your Microsoft 365 subscription, you get the fundamental Copilot free of charge or inclusive of your subscription at the minute, which if you're utilizing that and not the one outside of your existing M365 one, that is covered by the commercial data grade protection and things like that we've talked about beforehand. Copilot for Microsoft 365 is the ability to utilize that generative AI capability across your Microsoft 365 stack. And that comes at £24.70. Copilot for Sales is inclusive of Copilot for Microsoft 365, and that's £41.10 per user per month. And it's the same price for Copilot for Service. And you can see there that it obviously gives you the different access to the different capabilities. We have got additional licensing options depending on the size of organization that you are at the minute, and these are all retail prices, and it will depend on what licensing agreement that you have, depending on the size of organization as well, I might add. But these give you, and again, we'll send this information out, but this will hopefully give you information around what capabilities you can expect to receive per different product set. So I certainly hope that you found that of use today. I'm happy to take any questions anyone might have as part and parcel of this. So should anyone have any questions, we've got a couple of minutes to wrap up the looks of it. So I'm more than happy to field anything that anyone might have. Nothing in at the minute. So, okay. If anyone does have any questions post the event, then feel free to reach out to me directly or via your contacts. So we just had a question. So we just had a question from Mark. In relation to the service side for sales reps, can they access a SharePoint repository so they know what collateral is available to customers? Okay, so I think I understand that question, but the SharePoint repository that gets created, that would be down to the roles and access you provide in SharePoint, because as long as the user has a license for SharePoint, that isn't something that gets created and is locked behind a customer services license. The SharePoint is SharePoint at the end of the day. It's the automation that Copilot for Service is bringing to the table by creating those deal rooms, if that's what you're referring to. So the information stored in SharePoint is more of a role-based access as opposed to anything else. So yes, they should be able to access all of that information. Fab. Okay, well, I will give you a couple of minutes back, but really appreciate everyone joining the call today. Thanks very much for your time and hope to speak soon.